Edward James Muybridge was born on April 9, 1830 in Kingston-upon-Thames, England. He was a pioneer in the studies of photographic studies of motion, adopting the name of Edward Muybridge. He traveled to America in 1850 as a bookseller, and he charted through the unexplored West. He later returned to his natal England to learn the trade of photography, where he would make his mark. He went back to San Francisco in 1867, where he set up a photography studio by the name of Flying Studio, and calling himself Helios, the Sun. He would travel with his whole equipment, take photographs, and reveal them in the spot, as the negative had to be processed while it was still moist, or he had to start over. He would be his own chemist. This photographic journey would take him to the Yosemite Valley, which made him famous within the photographic sphere. He shaped the photographs as he thought. He would even cut down trees to make room for the camera and the equipment in the precise place, sometimes even at the expense of doing it alone, as his assistants would often desert him at dangerous tasks and places he would not leave the photo he had in mind. He married Flora Shallcross, who not long after getting married committed adultery with Major Harry Larkins. After finding out about this, Muybridge felt compelled to murder his wife's lover, who was hiding at Yellow Ratchet Ranch. A trial was set and Muybridge was acquitted on the grounds of justifiable homicide, as some would think of him insane and others justify him as they were husbands. He traveled to South America to escape the media frenzy and recover himself from what had happened, when Leland Stanford, the railway magnate who founded the work from which he would be remembered, appeared. Stanford was obsessed with machinery and he had viewed horses as one, and he wanted to know how they worked. Muybridge understood that to analyze motion he needed to photograph sequences. He lined up to 24 cameras, and after creating the electronic shutter, he was able to take the sequence he and Stanford had longed for. He continued to create sequences of the movement of animals and people alike, thanks to a technique he had worked on, which, nowadays, is widely used in cinematography to capture the full movement and angles for a specific shot. Years after, Thomas Edison was named the father of cinematography, and the Lumiere brothers released the first film. Muybridge returned to England in 1894 and died on May 8, 1904. His study in motion created a whole new panorama for cinematographers, who nowadays use it for different means, such as helping animation become more realistic. His legacy is now considered to be a building in Kingston University that was named after him, the attribution of the invention of the supraxiscope, a documentary by Tom Anderson in 1974, the play Studies in Motion, The Hauntings of Edward Muybridge in 2006, and an exhibition in 2010 in the Tate Museum. Currently, his equipment is exhibited in Kingston Museum along with several items that were wielded by Muybridge, as he comprehended that this action would help preserve it for future generations.